Yeah, guys. Again, I will need to tell guys. Yeah. So file permissions will be decided. Decide who can do what on the file. Every file we have a 3 types of permissions: read, write, execute. In Linux, file permissions are divided into 3 sections: user permissions, group permissions, and other permissions. Right. So RWX, RWX, RWX. First three RWX are user permissions. Second two are group permissions. That last three are other permissions. Other permissions. R is nothing but a readable, writable, and executable. Hyphen is nothing but a denied. To change the file permissions, we have a chmod command. What is that command? Chmod. Chmod is nothing but a change mode. Add execute permissions for a user. Add execute permissions. Add a execute permission for a group. Remove write permissions of a group. Add write execute permissions for a others. Add
Sir, one
execute.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you go back to that notepad that you wrote, no, huh?
Uh-huh.
So the 777, mine is 022. 022 is for user, right? And
So
002 is for root, correct?
yes.
Huh. So if you see for the user,
Hmm.
755. So it's read, write, execute,
Read, write, execute.
and read, execute, right? For root.
For root, yeah, you will
For
get a read, write,
read, write,
execute,
execute,
and read,
read,
execute,
execute,
read,
read,
execute.
execute. Okay. And the
Yeah.
user,
Hmm.
it is read, write, execute, read, write, execute, and read, execute.
Hmm.
Correct?
Hmm.
So user has more permissions than router.
No. Group also having. So user having the read, write, execute. Group having the read, write, execute. Others having only that read and execute permissions.
The 002 is for root, no?
So this is a
You
this
must
one.
value. You must value.
This is for yeah. So this is for group. This is for root user. Root users user having the RWX, group having only read and execute, and others having only read and execute.
So root user will have less permissions
Hmm.
than normal user. Okay.
Yeah. For this, yeah. So root user having only the RWX for the user permissions, root user permissions. The group having only RX, the others also having the RX.
Okay.
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 Yeah, I want
But
to
generally,
change.
isn't it root
Yeah,
has all permissions, no?
yes. But user, this is the user as so root user having a super permissions, right? Super user is a root
Yeah.
user. So this is the super user only. Super user having the super user or root user. So root user having the permissions is like RWX, right?
Right.
RWX.
Correct.
But the group, whatever it may
Doesn't
be,
matter.
something like Seetal, Hari, or
Yeah,
Kirti,
yeah.
Uday. So it
RX.
mm, group having all the permissions. Okay.
Okay. Got this. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to change a file or directory permissions. So how we can change it? So the command is chmod, change modifications on a file or directory. Yeah. So chmod. So I want to change a permissions, a permissions like um yeah, I will tell you. Read, write, execute, only read. Yeah. I want to change the permissions like this. So what is the numeric value for a file or directory? For example, this is the directory. Directory 1, name called as a directory 1. Yeah. So what is the permissions? I need to give it as a numeric.
4,
744,
4,
right?
4.
Yes, directory 1. So before it is 755 permissions, I changed it as a 744 permissions. Now I want to change it as a full permissions. So I want to change as a full permissions, guys. How we can do it? RWX. I need a full permission on directory 2. So what is the command? I want to change it as a 7552 full
chmod
permissions.
777.
Very good. 777, a directory name. Directory name. Now we understood. Yeah, I want to give a full permission on a file. Chmod. Guys, tell me.
What, sir?
Full permissions on a file. I want to give a full permissions on a file.
666.
666.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
666, a file or directory name. File name, right? So now you understood the chmod. I want to change it. So what is the permission for this, guys? This is nothing but a owner, and so the second root is nothing but a group. I want to change the permissions for a owner or group of a file or a directory. How you can change it, guys? The command is chown. Chown, we can change the owner of the file. chgrp, group. If you want to change only group, you can use the chgrp. If you want to change only owner, you can use the chown command. You can use only chown command. chown command is used to change a file ownership. So we can see owner of the file using ls-la command, changing the owner of a file, chown username, a file name. So what is the command, guys? Chown username and a file name. Okay. So if you want to change the group name, you can use it colon group name, file name. Group name, file name. Guys, understood? Yeah, I will show you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So for example, ls. Yeah. So what is the owner of this file, guys? Where this is the in the home hurry, right?
You are the owner, normal user.
cd / home.
Sir, hello?
Yes. Tell me.
Sir, what is sudo?
Sudo is nothing but a super user can do. I will tell you, no worries. So if you want to switch from one user to another user, you can use su. Su is nothing but a, what is su, guys? Switch.
Super user.
No.
User.
Switch to user.
Switch to user. Sudo means
Switch to user
super user
do.
So if you want to go to from hurry user to root user, you can use sudo su hyphen. If you want to go from root user to a normal user, su hyphen. Okay. So if you want to go, I will tell you. Yeah. So if you want to go from which user, so what this user is a root user or su hyphen hurry. So I want to go from root user to hurry user directly. If you are logging as a root user, directly you can go by using su hyphen hurry. Okay, now I logged in as I switch it to the hurry user. Okay, now I switch it to the hurry user.
So that means normal user, right, sir?
Normal user. So I want to switch from root user to normal user. I want to switch from root user to normal user. So you can use the command su hyphen hurry. So su is nothing but switch user. So I'm switching the user from root to normal user. You can use su hyphen hurry. So if you want to switch from If you
To super user.
yeah, if you want to switch from normal user to root user, so you can use sudo su. Sudo means you can log in as a super user. You can log in as a super user. Super user do switch to root user. So you want to switch as a root user. You can use sudo su-. So if you want to switch from root user to normal user, directly you can use su-hurry. Su-switch username. Switch username. Now you understood? Guys, now you understood? Kirti, clear?
SU. Sorry, sir, what is the difference between a dollar symbol and a hash symbol?
Yeah. So when you logged in as a, you will get the hash symbol. Hash is nothing but a you have. Hash is the privilege, yeah, root privilege mode. You have all the permissions. So if you have a hash privilege mode, you have a hash privilege mode, you will.
That means more permissions than.
Yes, normal user. You will execute any command. As a normal usage, you will execute any command if you have a that root privilege. A normal user is nothing but a dollar privilege. Dollar privilege is nothing but a, so we can execute some certain command. Something like if you have a hash privilege, you can execute both. Commands are there in the which directory? Bin and
SBIN.
very good. Bin and sbin. So if you have a privilege mode hash, you will execute both bin and sbin commands. Will execute both bin and sbin. So if you have a dollar privilege mode, right? You will execute only certain limit of permissions. So I want to, yeah, for example, fdisk command is the sbin command. Sbin command. A normal user, one second. A normal user wants to execute that command. So how it will be? So it will be like act as a pseudo user. Act as a pseudo user is nothing but a, we can give the permission. We can give the permissions to a normal user. He will execute the permissions if you give the permissions. So where you will give the permissions in the /etc sudoers file. What is that? Sudoers file, or we can execute in the vi sudo. So vi sudo command. Okay. Yeah. Tell me your doubt.
Here, for example, a directory has different permission and a file has different permission. If a file is in the directory, so how is the permission, sir? The permission combinations. For example,
for example, you want to go to the directory, right? So definitely you need a 755 because you want to go to that permission. Execute is nothing but a going to that directory. So yeah, you have a 755 permissions for that directory. Okay. Then
yes, sir.
Yeah, then that file having 644 txt. I read txt having
Text file
644 permissions. Yeah. So now you can able to go to that directory. Then you can able to read the file.
Okay.
Understood, Tulasi?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So just
so no need to give the separate permissions.
Separate permission because of what you want to go to the directory. So if you want to go to the directory, right, I need a 755 permissions. Okay.
Yes, sir. In the directory, text file is there.
Text file is there. Text file having, if you want to open the text file, what is the permission? So at least if you are using as a, if you are logging as a root user, so 644 is the permission, right? You have a 644 permission for the file.
Yes,
okay.
Sir. So in order to read that file, is there any read that file? Is there any permissions may get changed? Or
Yeah, you can.
One more thing. Yes, sir. And one more thing is that if I want to be shared that text file to the someone else, other user or any group member, so again permissions may get changed, or again is there any possibility?
644 is 4 is nothing but a read, right? So in
Yes,
this having only 0 permissions, the other people can able to read it. No.
No,
So,
sir.
no,
Sir.
right? Yeah, last one is others. Owner can read it, group can read it, but others cannot read it. So if you give it Kirti is not related to a group member or a owner. So Kirti is a other, right? Other.
Yeah. Okay. So if we want to be given the permission to read and write, then?
Shirisha, so Kirti. Yeah, you can give it as a ACL permissions. That is a ACL permissions. So ACL permissions means access control list. So particularly you want to give a Kirti to read, write, execute permissions, you can give ACL permissions, something like a set FACL. Set FACL, username equal to Kirti having the read, write, execute permissions, then file. .txt. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So that is a different concept. Okay. No need to worry about it. So everyone can read it. So by default, 644 is the permissions. So what you need to do? So as a DevOps, you need to know the permissions, the Linux permissions. Okay.
Okay.
Now you understood, right, guys? chmod, chown. So you want to change the ownership of the file. So you want to change the ownership of the file. Sudo, right, exit. If you want to exit from one user to another user, you can use the exit command or control D command. So what is the command? Exit command or control D command. Now you understood, guys? Yeah. So I want to change the permissions for it. Yeah. So LL. So chmod 777. I'm giving 777 permissions to class 2. Okay. Yeah. Now you got. So it's changed from 7755 to 777. 7755 to 777. Okay. Next. Warner. So Warner is something like, yeah, I will tell you. CD/home RE. So this is the directory. Yeah. So the permissions are something like a 777. File permissions are 6. What is that? 4. What is that? 664, right? 664. I want to give a full permissions for this file also. chmod 777 class 3.txt. Yeah. So both are getting the 777 permissions. 777 permissions. Okay. Yeah. I want to change the owner of this file. I want to change the owner of this file. How you can change it, guys? You can change it by using chown username file name. chown username. So I want to change as a root user. Owner as a root user. What is the file name? Class 3.txt. Now you see, is it changed? So I want to change it for a directory. Class 2. It changed. The owner is changed from Hari to root. Have you understood? So how you can change the ownership of the file or a directory? By using chown. So how you can change the permissions for a group? So chown colon semicolon colon group name file name. Group name file name. chgrp colon I want to change it as a root. Class 3.txt. Invalid group. Root invalid group cat /etc group. What are the groups are there? Nagios HR. Let's try. HR. So invalid group. Change the group of the change ch1. chgrp, right? So you can use root invalid group. A group. There is no group. Yeah, HR group is there, right? HR Nagios Linux chgrp dot group name char class 3 dot what is that cars invalid group. Just if you give the group, it will take it as I think chgrp HR class 3.txt. Yeah. So just to give the group name here. Owner, if you want to change the owner, you can give ch1 owner name. ch1 owner name root to Hari. Yeah, it's changed, right? It changed to Hari HR root Hari. Hari HR and root Hari. Guys, now you understood file permissions. So how you will get a default permission while creating a directory or while creating a file as a root user, as a normal user. Guys, got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Tulasi, you have a doubt, right? Cleared, right? The doubt is cleared, right? Okay. So what is the difference between chmod and chown? Guys, tell me. So chmod is used for managing the file permissions. Chown it is used to manage managing for file ownership. So it's a ownership. It is a file permission. Sorry, Tulasi, not Tulasi. Kirti, who is talking? Sitala.
We are on mute, sir.
I'm getting the background noise, right? Yeah. So now you understood what is the difference between chmod and chown? The file permissions. File permissions. Now
Yes,
you
sir.
understood. Chown and
Yeah.
chmod. Chmod is it is used to manage the file permissions. Chown is it is used for managing the file ownership. So file ownership, file permissions. So when you create a file or a directory, definitely it will create the file permissions and ownership also. So what these are? These are ownership when it was created, a file or directory. So D is nothing but a directory, hyphen is nothing but a file, RWX is nothing but read write execute, RWX is nothing but read write execute, RWX is nothing but a read write execute. Understood? Guys, understood? Yeah, guys. So for example, so I want to change. So if you use ch1, right, ch1 777, so it will be applicable for the current directory. If it will be applicable for the current directory. I want to change I want to change file permissions or a directory. I want to the permissions. I want to change the file permissions or a directory permissions. So inside the directories, subdirectories and for files also. Subdirectories, something like a class 2 having the class 2 having a 3 directories called as a class 1, class 3, class 4, class 5. In that class 4, class 5, class 5, every folder, every directory having one file. I want to change entire structure. You can use the command, call it as a chmod -capital R. So recursive mode. It will applicable for directories, main directories and subdirectories, within the subdirectories files and directories, right? It will change everything. It will change everywhere. It will change everywhere. The permissions will change on everywhere. Guys, understood? The same like as a ch1 also. ch1 -capital R, ch1 capital G, for if you want to give a full permissions on for every each and file and directory. So if you are not giving the -R, it will change only the particular directory, current directory. It will change only from the current directory. If you want to change it within the directory having a files, if you want to change everything everywhere, you can use -R command. You can use the -R command. Guys, understood? Guys, understood or not? So these are the file permissions. So tomorrow we'll discuss partitions, guys. Okay. Hello.
Tomorrow, same time, sir.
Tomorrow, Katiz, you there? So Katiz, which time you are preferable for tomorrow?
I can do same times as today, 6:30 a.m. Central Time.
Okay. Yeah, guys, same timings. Tomorrow also we will have a class. The same timings. Okay. Guys, are you okay? Same timings tomorrow. So anyways, Kirti and Sital will come right tomorrow also. You will
And then
sit.
and please, if you don't mind, I'm gonna use today to catch up. If you don't mind, have the list available for our own recording, so that I can be.
Yeah,
can
I
follow
will.
up.
Yeah. I will give you. So today I will, as soon as possible, I will write the
Please.
description and I will give it as a
Thank you
public.
very much.
Yeah, thank
Yes,
you.
please. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
thank you. Thank you, guys.